Hey guys, I'm Eric Peterson and I'm a men's dating and relationship coach for skillofattraction.com. And today's coaching video is called How to Tell a Woman You Like Her. Now, as many of you know, these coaching videos is when one of you guys writes into me, and if I think it's a question that would be beneficial to my viewers and my subscribers, I answer your question in a video. And in this email that I got from a user, he's interested in a girl that he works with, and he had the confidence to approach her and ask her out, but he first told her that he liked her, and she kind of backed down from that. And I'm going to go through his email and kind of explain to him and you guys as well why it isn't a good idea to flat out tell a girl that you like her. But if you guys need my personal help and you're interested in some private coaching, please head over to my website at skillofattraction.com. Click on the coaching tab, and there you'll see that I have several options for you to choose from. I offer standard email coaching as well as emergency email coaching, which includes a response from me on weekends and holidays. And I also offer both bi-weekly and monthly email coaching where I will work with you throughout that time period. Additionally, I offer phone coaching for my North American clients. Now, if you live outside North America, I will have some sort of phone or Skype coaching option sometime in the future, but for right now, email coaching is the way to go. Oh, and also don't forget, I am now hosting a weekly group coaching event every Friday with a different topic each week. And this is a great opportunity for you guys to learn more about attraction and relationship dynamics and whatnot at a very affordable price. So you might want to check that out. And I will post the links to my contact page, my coaching page, and my group coaching page in the description down below. So let's get on to his email. He says, this week I told this woman at work that I like her and I want to take her out on a date. She told me that she wanted to keep her personal and work life separate because she had a bad experience dating a coworker in the past. I played it off as no big deal. Good. 2 days later, we had a staff meeting. I thought she would be uncomfortable around me, but the opposite happened. It was the friendliest she has ever been with me. Outside of work, I have refrained from talking to her or texting her. I'm giving her space. What are your thoughts? Okay, so the first thing you did wrong here was telling her that you like her. Now, I know some of the most common advice you'll hear when you like a girl is to just tell her how you feel. And in fact, I believe I did a video called exactly that. Just tell her how you feel. It's a little different context, but same fundamental applies. Now, we hear this kind of advice in movies and TV shows from our friends, our family, and even from other women. Plus, it seems completely logical. So, of course, we just follow that advice blindly. I used to do the same thing when I was younger too, and guess what? It never worked. I remember years ago when I was in my 20s, there was this girl that hung around in my social circle. I mean, she actually lived only like a block away from me, and she was pretty damn hot, and she gave me a lot of attention. In fact, it was pretty obvious that she was very attracted to me. But she had a serious long-term boyfriend at the time, so I just never pursued anything with her. And then her and her boyfriend finally broke up. And after she went through a bit of a healing period, she started coming over all the time. And my roommate at the time was actually a girl, so this other girl, she had a good excuse to come over to hang out with my roommate without actually giving anything away if she were interested in me. And I was just crazy about her by this time, but I felt the best way to, make a move on her was to keep it simple and just tell her that I had feelings for her. So I worked up my courage and I sat her down one evening to confess my feelings for her. I figured it's obvious this girl likes me, so simply telling her how I felt was a guarantee that she would soon be my girlfriend. Well, I told her, and she basically told me that she doesn't feel the same way, and went on to get involved with one of my buddies. And I was completely confused. And what was even more confusing is she continued to come over and flirt with me like crazy. And I did eventually get the girl, but only after a lot of work and chasing her. And it's not supposed to be that difficult. Anyway, my point to the story is this girl was already attracted to me, and what partly made this growing attraction between us fun was not really knowing where this was going or what would happen. I mean, will we end up together? Are we going to sleep together? I wonder what it would be like to sleep with her, and so on. And by me confessing my feelings, not only did I communicate to her that she doesn't have to earn me because she already had me, but I took away all the mystery, the challenge, and the anticipation away from her. Now, you want to think of yourself as being like a book. She wants to just slowly turn the pages to find out what's going to happen next. I mean, it's like that for both men and women. But if you begin telling her what's going to happen next before she even turns the page, I mean, there's really no reason to continue reading. I mean, by telling her you took away all the fun, the excitement, and the anticipation. And dating is supposed to be fun. I mean, if you've ever read a book or even watched a movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If someone tells you what's going to happen next, or worse, they tell you the ending, they more or less have just ruined the whole thing for you. I mean, you may stick it out for a while because just out of curiosity, but you get bored and become disinterested. It's the same thing when it comes to romance and attraction. It's just human psychology. So if you're interested in a woman, you don't want to go up to her and tell her that you like her. Instead, you want to flirt with her, playfully tease her, touch her, sneak in maybe an occasional sexual innuendo. You know, build a little sexual tension first, and that will communicate your interest in her. And she will communicate her interest back to you by basically doing the same sort of thing. You know, flirting, teasing, touching, and so on. And when you notice that, that's when you ask her when she's free to get together with you. Now remember what I've told you guys in the past. Women must see you as a sexual option before any sort of romance can happen. And that doesn't mean she will sleep with you before you take her out on a date, only that she must feel a little turned on by you before it has any chance of going anywhere. I mean, most people, including women, on a conscious level believe it's romance first, or worse, friends first, and then maybe there'll be some sexual interest later. But most of the stuff, her being a little turned on, is going on behind the scenes, so to speak. So it's not like she's consciously thinking, wow, this guy really turns me on. I think I might want to go out on a date with him. No, she's just following her emotions like I always talk about. Now, of course, you don't have to do all that to communicate your interest in her. I mean, but it's fun, and if she's interested, it will certainly build the sexual tension as well as her attraction for you. In fact, you really should be doing all that sort of thing, you know, the flirting and touching and dating and courting and stuff throughout the entire relationship. One of the biggest and most common mistakes men make in long-term relationships, and actually women make the same mistake as well, is that they stop being the person their partner fell in love with. I mean, people will put in a lot of effort to win over the other person by, you know, being on their best behavior, looking their best, staying fit, going on dates, making sure their partner is sexually satisfied, and just generally being attractive and pleasant. However, after their potential partner has fallen in love, they start getting a little lazy and complacent. In fact, some of my most common advice I give to men who are trying to save their relationship that's just failing is just that. Be the man who she fell in love with. Of course, that doesn't mean that you stop growing as a person, only that you continue the courtship and doing all the things that you did to capture her heart in the first place. Now, before I get completely off topic here, I do that. All this buildup isn't always necessary. I mean, if you're not quite sure how she feels about you, like you could tell that there might be something there, but you're not feeling completely confident about it, then it's a good idea to kind of test the waters by flirting to see if she flirts back. I mean, women love a man that knows how to flirt and banter. So if she's digging you, she will flirt back, and then you know you have a pretty good shot that she will agree to a date. On the other hand, if you're very confident with yourself or just confident that she likes you, again, don't go up to her and tell her that you like her and would like to take her out. Instead, just simply ask her when she's free to get together for a drink or coffee or ice cream or whatever. And you don't need to ask if you could take her out or even ask her out. Just like I just said, ask her when she's free. And because wording it this way conveys confidence. You're saying it in such a way where it's already a done deal and you just need to speak to her to figure out the logistics. I mean, girls find themselves drawn to men who are so bold. And if you've been following my videos, then I'm sure you know that all the planning and logistics is your job as well. I could hear my usual group of complainers whining already. Why is it so much work? Well, it's so much work because you've been conditioned all your life to let women call the shots, and they don't like that. They don't want to make all the decisions. They just want to show up looking hot and enjoy the time they're spending with you. You take the masculine role of leading, and women will take the feminine role of submitting to your lead. So while you may be thinking the right thing to do is to tell her that you like her, you want to flirt with her a bit and build up a little sexual tension, ultimately arranging a date with her. And she will know that you're interested automatically by doing that. And be sure that you check out my video, Just Tell Her How You Feel, before you blurt out anything about your feelings, even after a couple of dates with her. And as far as her being extra friendly with you now, well, this tells me that what she told you might not be exactly true. In other words, and girls do this quite a bit, what they're saying and what they're communicating can often be very different things. So in other words, there's a good chance that she is actually open to going out with you. Because sometimes no means not yet, or sometimes it means keep trying. So do what I mentioned. Flirt with her a bit and build up some sexual tension first. Perhaps even try to arrange some after work get together and make sure she comes along, because she just may be a lot less hesitant about setting up a date with you outside of work. So this might be a different way that you could go about it. So if you have found this video helpful, or any of my videos helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up and for you to share it with any of your friends and family. And I'd also really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button down below and tick that little bell symbol next to it so you get real-time notifications of when I upload new videos. And in the description down below, not only will I have a link to my contact page and my coaching page and my group coaching page, but I also have a link to some recommended reading of some great books that will really help you further understand how attraction works and understanding the masculine, feminine dynamics in relationships. But I also have a link to PayPal if you deem this video worthy of a donation. So that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.